That's Mike. What is it? It's 2026. All right, let's talk about this year. All right, so these are the things that we can tell you are returning. I wanted to start there first. So, Mike, did you want to read them off? You haven't said a word since you've been up here, so I feel like you should.
I didn't want to interrupt you. And
I was in a flow.
I know that we are tight on time, but certainly Heroes and Villains was amazing. It was a great event, and the way that all day long there's constantly something going on, it was very well received, so that will be back, and it might be inspiring some other things. Of course, we've got Fright Fest, and we will continue to make enhancements to Fright Fest. We've got a lot of really, really good ideas there. The log flume will be back when the weather is warmer. Not for March 28th, but definitely when the weather is warmer. So we are working on that one right now. Star Spangled Nights, of course, with the fireworks. And Oktoberfest, I know we kind of flip-flopped a little bit on Oktoberfest. It will be back, and it actually will have a better home, close to where it was. Nothing too crazy. So we'll get to that in a little bit.
And the food for Oktoberfest is fantastic. Well, I don't know if anybody's met him. Our executive chef, Jeremy Hacker, is very passionate about his menus, and he did a great job last year with the food that we did have. Also, I meant to switch out and put a Bugs Bunny pin in so that you guys knew that I'm Great Adventure Ryan now, instead of Dorney Ryan, which someone instructed me on at the park once. All right. Oh, yeah, sorry, another clip. Hello, it's El Toro. All right, so let's talk about El Toro. I don't know if Mike's going to agree with the order. Aw, look, it's Mariah Carey. Whoops. All right, anyway, so 20 years of El Toro. Lots of great memories, and we bring all of this up to say not only do we love El Toro, but we're working on it. So instead of me and Michael giving you dribble about what we know, we just went to the experts. So Stephen Kolchinsky is with our maintenance team. He's great, bright young mind in our maintenance division, and he's going to talk a little bit about the project, what's underway, and what's happening with phase 1 of the retrack of El Toro.
We're really excited about what's happening this year on El Toro. We're doing phase 1 of a 3-phase.
Another post-game interview.
Partnering with Eastcoaster, the rides manufacturer, to install brand new prefabricated track throughout different areas of our ride here. This year we're doing phase 1, which will open up with opening day of 2026. Phase 1 consists of mostly the reservoir area for those El Toro fans. That's the last high-speed turnaround area at the end of the ride. This process entails taking the old steel knuckles equipment off of the old pieces of track, refurbishing them, doing whatever work needs to happen, placing them on the new prefabricated timbers, and then reinstalling them back on the ride course. We're actually really happy with where we're at progress-wise. We have about 6 pieces left to install of the 30 pieces that we're doing this year.
Talk about why this project specifically is important and why it's necessary for a ride of this caliber.
Obviously, El Toro, as all you coaster fans know, it's a very dynamic ride. A lot of high stress on the timber structure. A lot of high forces that are in motion here. And wood is a living, breathing material. Obviously, wood over time it deteriorates, it rots. So, as part of our effort to increase the longevity of this iconic attraction, this is the steps that we have to take in order to make sure this ride is around for another 20 years. We're going to be celebrating its 20th anniversary this year, 2026, for El Toro. We want this ride to be here for another 20 years.
Phase 1, and then you've got 2 more, correct? Can you talk about phase 2, when that begins, and then phase 3? So when do we anticipate that this will be finished?
Yes, so right now our current plan, we're still working out a little bit of the logistics and the details. Phase 1 is this year, that's 36 pieces total. Phase 2 is another 54 pieces, then phase 3 is 60 pieces in different areas of the ride and our high stress locations in our areas where our fans have been telling us that need some attention is where we're focusing right now. Right now our current plan is to get phase 2 and 3 done all next year in our 2026 to 2027 off season, hopefully for ready in early spring of 2027. So by opening day next year, 2027, we anticipate to have the entire 3-phase project complete.
Steve went through media training. I'm so proud. He did great. Also, for those aspiring cinematographers, that's what happens when your microphone dies and it's on board. That's why it sounds like trash, and it really bothers me. But I wanted to point that out to you in case you were wondering. All right, we want another transition.
I don't believe it.
Our dining updates are the size of Manhattan, Michael Fainel. Why don't you go, Mike? Tell them what's up.
Well, these are some photos of Paradise Grill, which is kind of the main area over there in Hurricane Harbor. And this is the current state. Let's go to the future. So this is getting the remake that you've seen at many of the other parks. All of the dining options that have been enhanced. And this is getting quite a lofty enhancement. And of course, we'll be making everything fresh inside. And
Yeah, and one thing on that too, I did another post-game interview with Chef Jeremy Hacker, so he could actually talk about the food, because once again, I mean, I do think I'm an expert on food, love food, but not when it comes to actual, being a chef. But there's another one for you, Mike.
Oh, sorry. All right, so the Best of the West is going to be enhanced. We're actually going to be getting a smoker there, so all of the food will be smoked in-house. And we wanted to change the name, although Best of the West is, iconic and long. We wanted to make sure people knew that we are smoking everything, so that's why it will be the Saddle and Smoke Barbecue.
Yeehaw. Are you clowning around? No, there's more, right? Oh wait, there's more.
There's lots more.
I wanted to do the, but wait, there's more, but that was last year's theme. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so to be honest with you, I actually don't like standing out in front of this food location. I love it, but the service is a little slow because of the way that it's set up. So fortunately, next slide, we're going to have the Main Street Pub, and it's going to be completely redone. It's already gutted. We're already working on it. All the equipment is en route, and it will be enhanced as the crew serve style, where we can move the lines faster. And we got a new menu there that's going to be amazing, and Chef will be on to talk about that. But fish and chips and shepherd's pie, and I'll let him tell you.
I was gonna say you're gonna go through that. I'll just skip the next slide.
More fast-paced, fresh ingredients like Yum Yum Cafe, if you're familiar. We're also going to do a barbecue concept and a revamp to Main Street Pub.
3 significant changes for you. What are you most excited about? What's the concept that has you looking forward to the season?
Most excited about a barbecue concept. When I lived in Tennessee, I worked at a barbecue restaurant down there, and that's where I fell in love with cooking.
What should people expect from a Chef Jeremy barbecue creation?
We're going to do a whole smoked turkey, fresh made pulled pork, and a jalapeno sausage.
Jalapeno sausage, pork. What is the driving force behind a barbecue creation for you?
Being able to smoke things and impart that flavor that I think is missing from the park.
What do you think Paradise brings, obviously upgraded, renovated, to the water park that may have been missing?
Faster service with fresher ingredients. Barely anything coming out of the freezer getting thrown into a fryer. It's all fresh made in-house.
Yeah. Why is that important? You scratch and fresh a lot. Why is that significant? As someone who works with food every day.
I mean, fresh is important because it's all about the guest experience. You can go anywhere and get a frozen chicken tender and throw it in a fryer, but to hand bread it and make it shows the care behind it, and that imparts to the guest experience.
What do you think we did really well in 2025? Looking back, obviously Yum Yum and Granny's, you had a lot of projects going on, events, Heroes and Villains, Fright Fest. What do you think was done really, really well that you're looking forward to in 2026?
Doing more food for the events. I mean, we did really well with Heroes and Villains. The food was very well received. I think we need to bring in more Fright Fest options as far as food and beverage, and we're gonna kick it up a notch for Oktoberfest.
Put it on the big screen.
Wow, what's that? What's that?
What is that?
Wow. Could that be a stage?
So now we're going to get into some of the things that we haven't told anybody about yet, and we thought that this was the best place because we've kind of been a little quiet and people have wondered what's coming. So for the first time, the world is seeing our new stage. We've seen this at Dorney Park and at Kings Island, some of the enhanced entertainment. So we do read the surveys, and we were able to use the comments about more entertainment at Great Adventure. So this will be there for opening weekend.
And speaking of more entertainment.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
So yeah, it's going to open up with a trash can band. This is AI generated by Ryan logos. There will be possibly name changes as well.
I committed to the bit.
Yeah, and then the dance party, and then we're going to work with the Looney Tunes characters some more. We actually have. Can I talk about the parade floats? Oh, I just did.
Go for it.
Yeah, so we're working on the characters and having them have some things kind of like Heroes and Villains, which will be really cool. So Yeah, we heard you about live entertainment. We have a lot of things up our sleeve for this summer.
I see it in the back.
All looks quiet. What's that noise? An earth tremor.
Are you Batman or?
Great Scott.
You're Batman. You're Batman. All right, it's a Dark Knight logo because.
All right, so first of all, I just want to say it's hard to get everywhere and enhance everything. But again, I read a lot of your surveys, and you guys tell me, when you come to the park. So we spent some time in the Dark Knight, and in the Dark Knight, a lot of the scenes didn't have lights anymore, didn't make sounds, it didn't do the things that they used to do. So our team has worked very hard, and here's some cool shots they went through, and it's they're still working on it now, but definitely, if you hadn't ridden Dark Knight in a while, you probably should.
And I recruited, these photos courtesy of Mike Fainall, so you too can be a content creator.
I actually climbed all the way to the catwalk at the top because it's so hard to get to Batman.
I'm proud of you.
I was out of breath.
Wow, it's the safari. All right, so we wanted to talk about the Wild Safari a little bit today for a variety of reasons, but the first among those is the Safari Off-Road Adventure. Mike, you can talk over this. It's just really sweet African beats.
So we did a little test last year. If you showed up in the late July, early August, you saw that we were reactivating the in-park location for the safari, and everybody loves the safari. So you will be able to go to base camp and do that experience. It has a little more to do there, a little closer interaction with some of the animals, and we're adding some new ones. But if you're at the theme park, you just want to go to the safari, we will be reactivating the Safari Off-Road Adventure over by the log flume for the entire season.
All right, love it. And I gotta admit on this next one, I didn't use AI, Mike, I failed. But you wanna talk about the Safari Spring Break Celebration. So this is a new event coming this year. 2 Great Adventure, timeline, Spring Break, April.
And we wanted to tell everybody about it here first.
You're the first to hear this.
So
Quite a few
Safari
things.
Spring Break Celebration is going to be really cool. It's going to be, like I said, with Heroes and Villains all day long. There was something going on. So this will be at the end of Dream Street by what used to be Coaster Coffee. It was a refresh area. There's going to be a stage. There's going to be, go ahead to the next one because this one's not that fun.
No.
It's a full set. There will be live entertainment, and then there will be animal encounters. There will be drum circles, jugglers, hula hoopers. I'll be honest with you, I think the live entertainment is knocking it out of the park with this event. So it will be opening weekend, starting Saturday and Sunday, and then for the entire spring break run.
Ready to rock. I just want to call this out too. I called it out last year, so I won't take a lot of time. But the Savannah Sunset Resort and Spa is incredible. It's beautiful. If you're looking for a little getaway with the family and you want that safari experience and be isolated in New Jersey, of all places, like what you get for being in New Jersey is incredible. And I don't say this because it's New Jersey, but like it's the Northeast, and you get an incredible experience. So I would suggest you go to the website, look it up, look up more information. I told you guys all about it last year, so I don't want to take too much time on it. But always advocate for them. It's a great team.
But go on TripAdvisor, because everybody complains about things on social media. We have a 4.9 rating on TripAdvisor. We have almost entirely 5-star reviews because it is really cool, and you don't have to go to Africa to experience it.
Yeah, it's because we got 1 4 and it was really goofy. But he had a really good time and then hit it with a fork. But yeah.
Look, a message is coming in on the printer.
It's,
Holy gobbledygook! This doesn't make any sense.
but it does. But it does. You were asking if I was Batman. I told you. I feel like I'm Robin to your Batman. So
I feel like you're the
gobbledygook
Riddler.
is like the line. On the what?
I don't know. I didn't say anything.
All right. Talk about the Wi-Fi upgrade real quick.
All right, so I did want to put this in here. Hey, in Great Adventure, sometimes it's hard to get a cell phone signal. We've got new 5G towers throughout the park. We're actually in the midst right now of a big, giant Wi-Fi upgrade. I mean, geek talk, but there's like 700 or 800 access points being put throughout the park. It's really a big undertaking. So yeah, cell service and Wi-Fi will be better.
All right. Cool. And let's have Superman pack it up here. Cool things we can't tell you about yet. We're gonna keep those sealed. There is still more to come for Six Flags Great Adventure, and we promise that we'll be unveiling a lot in the coming weeks. We open March 28th, but I think we had a couple more slides though.
I thought we did.
I feel like we did.
I feel like we did.
Someone penetrated the defenses, the walls of Great Adventure. What could be happening? First to hear this. You guys are the first to hear this. Go ahead.
There's a disturbance in the force at the end of the boardwalk.
I don't know if we can use that one.
Don't record that.
No. So work is underway in our boardwalk area. What you saw on that last slide is going to say boardwalk improvement project. There's a lot more to that. That's a very short way of saying that we've got some exciting things up our sleeves. This is Mike and I actually have gone out quite a few times in the past 2 weeks, and these are images that we were able to grab while we were out there. You can see Blacktop is coming up, which Mike is excited about. Because he texted me like 17 times, hey, you gonna come get pictures of this Blacktop being pulled up? You gonna get video of this Here's a video of the
I have a
Blacktop.
live stream in my office on a monitor of the work that's going on there, and whenever I'm on conference calls, I make sure I point it out. But if you zoom in, you can actually, and you can't zoom in, but
Wait,
you
go back. There it
go
is.
back.
This
All
one-
right.
This one
You,
right
you
here.
really got to squint maybe, but
Yeah.
you can maybe to the right of the excavator, you can see the construction office. It's disguised as a Dippin' Dots booth. I assure you, we have our best top construction person on this project. You guys know the Dippin' Dots guy knows how to do everything anyway. So he is the head supervisor for this project.
More work projects. Did you want to elaborate on that at all anymore? You're gonna keep it under hat. You're not gonna elaborate anymore on the 2026 project, correct?
I think you will have some things coming out.
I have a lot more coming soon. FYI. All right. It says I think we found our next clue. Okay. I have a riddle for you. Okay. Big fan of the Super Friends, as I mentioned. Big fan of the villains of the Super Friends. So this is gonna be a Riddler question. Also, they put it in. I don't know why I did that one. There's too many. There's too many. I skipped it. All right. Here's your riddle. I start to steal and his screams and need more than a hard hat to comprehend. What's rising at Great Adventure? Who knows? What's rising at Great Adventure? Come on, y'all know. Y'all know. A roller coaster. All right, so we're building a roller coaster, as we mentioned to all of you, back in August.
I heard there's a crane coming.
There is a crane coming.
I didn't know, but I
Apparently
read
it's
about it
giant.
online.
Oh, yeah, I saw it in Hollywood Studios, I think. It's a whole video
Oh,
about
they
it.
were somewhere else first.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's right. Avocado toast on Reddit.
Avocado toast.
That's the guy. Yeah, the
Yes.
Dippin' Dots guy.
Yes.
We're gonna find out who Avocado Toast is because I feel like we need to get him included in the project here. All right, so the coaster project is ongoing. Right here, as you guys can see, columns arrive. We had some arrive as early as November for this new ride. And we hope that we'll have some other cool things arriving here very soon.
There are some highly anticipated containers inbound.
I'm just playing
Hopefully
this out.
soon.
This video is actually taken in September, so I just was going to play it while we were talking over the project, but I'm sure all of you online sleuths, if you're into that, if you don't like spoilers, don't look. But there's a lot of information about what we're doing right now. And what I can say is that we're not going to get too far into the season before we do make an announcement about what is coming to the park. Also, can just double down and say that the work that's being done is incredible. It's a size and scale unlike anything that we've seen in the modern era. So certainly an exciting future for Six Flags Great Adventure. And we're going to work with a lot of great partners to make sure that we capture this from every angle. You guys know that's a passion of mine, something that we're really into. I'm sure Colin will be involved. So we're going to work through this, and I think as we move into the season, we're going to have more clues, more information. Like I said, we're expecting something any day now.
Any day.
That will be special to share with all of you. I mean, just know that what we gave you was more than most people already know on Project 2026 and Project 2027. But
And really, I mean, stay tuned. Ryan is going to have a couple of announcements in the future
yeah, I gotta
that
play
are going to be very exciting. I'm very excited. There's a lot going on, but the entertainment and then the mystery area is going to be really cool.
Yeah.